once in an ESL, but that's all I know. But we do have this game kicking off. Selfless taking on Spicy Boiis. And if you're Spicy Boiis, or if you're any team that's unranked, this is such a great test for you, as Dapper puts one away immediately.
It's a test, all right. I mean, we see that a little bit of an unlucky bounce, and actually great control from Dapper. He jumps up, turns his car, and he feathers his boost just to stay positioned up high enough to get a little bit of power in it for that shot. And Selfless take the lead already. That one defender just kind of not really anticipating Dapper very well at all. But to be fair, it's Dapper. That guy is incredibly difficult to predict.
Yeah, and if you're any team playing Selfless, you got to realize how fast these guys play. I've played Selfless a couple times in a few tournaments, and they are just so quick. It's so annoying to play against these guys. Miho is such a smart and fast player, tied with Dapper, whose mechanical skill and speed is just unbeatable. And then you throw in Hot Wheel Sid, who's just such a high-skill player. I mean, this team is just so good, and it's so hard to play against them. So Spicy Boiis, they need to find their bearings quickly if they want to survive against this team.
Right, and we see already that calculated demo coming in, just completely relieving any sort of counterattack. Very smart play coming out of Selfless. And you just see them, almost every one of their clears is going to be very strong clears. You're going to see them very rarely, if ever, miss the ball in a match. They're so good. I really am expecting to see Selfless come out and just give Spicy Boiis a run for their money, maybe harder than any scoreline we've seen yet.
Spicy Boiis giving up another one there as Tony Cheese barely misses the backflip there. Looks like Super Chair actually went for the first one, then Tony Cheese tried to backflip.
Right, that's actually a very simple mistake, but unfortunate for Tony Cheese. He actually cuts towards the center instead of staying on the close side of the goal, and by sitting in the center, it's very difficult. You have to just stop and park your car, but if you stay on one side of the goal, you can come across the goal with full momentum and get a very powerful save and be able to actually save any shot in the whole goal.
Oh, what a shot coming out from Hot Wheel Sid. The carry from Miho over to Dapper. Try to put that one away. But now on the counterattack, Spicy Boiis trying to stick with it here. Hot Wheel Sid beats out the attacker. It's Miho over to Dapper, back to Miho. Not able to put that one on target. But Tony Cheese popping this one up for Hot Wheel Sid. Hits that one into his own corner, and Dapper with the clear.
Right, Crelly, pay attention to how often it looks like these Selfless Boiis will be passing directly to the other team or kind of grounding the ball. Like what looks like to be mistakes, but actually just putting the ball in an easy position for their teammate who's sitting in goal or maybe right next to them to be able to clear the ball with force.
Spicy Boiis trying to force Selfless into their own half, doing a good job. Unfortunately, that hit was not in a little bit of an overcommit now, as soon as I say something. But sticking in it here, as Dapper's backwards trying to flick that one in.
And just the rotation that we're seeing from the Selfless team, so fast and so aggressive, right? Really constantly having an answer to whatever Spicy Boiis have to say. I mean, we see them always have somebody playing interference. We see the goal cover just about always, and they always try and push that ball right in front of another teammate to let them make a play as well. It makes them hard to predict.
Yeah, and that's really the biggest thing that you can have is just not being predictable. A lot of players are predictable, but really all three of these players on Selfless are so hard to predict because they're so quick, they're so good, and you never know what they're going to do with the ball in any situation. As Miho knocks that one over to Dapper, looking for Sid here to follow up, but Grouch gets in the way of that one, accidentally running into Tony Cheese there as they get tangled up on the clear. Dapper trying to leave that one for his team. It looks like he faked him out there. Sid able to come in and clean that one up. Super Chair trying to clear this one away. Selfless on the attack. But Spicy Boiis hanging in there as Tony Cheese grabs some boosts and try to get across for his team. It does go across. The follow-up's there, but cleared away by the defender. It's Miho. The double touch there for him over to Dapper.
They were going for that pinch. So close as well.
Super Chair gets a ball off the backboard there. Good touch from Dapper. He spun around there over to Miho.
Right, did you see how fast that power slide, that 180 just to control the ball? Look at that. He lets it bounce on his car. It goes straight up, and he turns around and immediately pushes the ball forward to his teammate who gets a simple touch. But But these kinds of counterattacks are so quick and so decisive that it's really, if Spicy Boys aren't aware of where every member of Selfless is, I mean, they're not going to be able to predict what's happening here.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, looking at the stats there, at least when they were popped up there, Spicy Boys had, I think, one less shot than Selfless did. So they're getting their chances, right? They're getting chances to put something on target there, but not able to put it away. And Selfless obviously has, as they're up 3 goals here with 40 seconds left. Spicy Boys not able to follow that one up. It's cleared away by Dapper, who's able to follow this one up all the way into the Spicy Boys net, but cleared away by Tony Cheese. Here comes Spicy Boys once again into the corner, trying to follow this one up from Dapper, who has a 50-50 over to Miho. Hot Wheel Sid trying to follow this one up, hits it towards the Spicy Boys corner, trying to follow it up, looking for a pass. No teammate. It looked like Dapper was there, but didn't put it away. Hot Wheel Sid spinning around, flicking this one on to Dapper. 50-50 there, and 3 seconds left. Selfless is going to take the first game of this best of 3. And honestly, I mean, Spicy Boys didn't really have that bad of a game, right? I mean, I felt like, yeah, they lost, obviously, 3-0, but I don't think it was really that dominant of a game, in my opinion. I felt like Selfless definitely did have the upper hand, but...
I mean, without a doubt, did we see... I mean, I'm just going to disagree with you. I think Selfless dominated that game. We didn't see Spicy Boys with, like, any semblance of control in that game at all.
Definitely.
The entire game was them really just focusing on clearing the ball, and even then, most of their clears were not successful enough to really force Selfless to rotate completely back onto defense, or at least force them to take touches that would halt their attack or halt their offense and, you know, force them to kind of try and control the play a little bit, right? They were always on the offense. They're always looking to get that ball right back to the other opponent's having. I mean, with that being said, in my eyes, Selfless bossed it.
Yeah, I mean, Selfless definitely did control the game. I guess my point was that Spicy Boys didn't get slaughtered, right?
Okay, fair enough.
They didn't lose by like 10 goals. They only lost by 3 goals, and at the end of the day, that's the scoreline. So Selfless definitely winning out that first game in command, but Spicy Boys has another chance here to make something happen. Spicy Boys clears that one out. Miho play that one off the backboard. The shot coming in from Dapper is saved by Super Chair. Now going up the wall. Some control. Now over to Grouch. Just an open net for him. And it's saved by Hot Wheel Sid, but Grouch actually hits it back in. Spicy Boys taking a 1-0 lead.
Making me bite my words, I guess, a little bit. Hot Wheel Sid actually, just a little bit unlucky with the way he challenged that ball. I think if he even air rolled slightly, that would have been a much more successful contest and save. But unfortunately for him, we're going to see Grouch Con take the lead, and well done to Spicy Boys.
This is a great start for Spicy Boys. Getting that first goal of the game is such a pace setter, right? Like, that gives you so much confidence as well to go in knowing that you're up a goal now against such a great team. It's got to give you a little bit of confidence, and Spicy Boys needs to ride this wave into another goal, or at least maybe just another win, or a win, I guess, for them. But Hot Wheel Sid trying to drop that one down and dunked away by Miho.
Miho saying, nope, you're not clearing that one, buddy. Look at this. Hot Wheel Sid and Dapper, the control. He tries to clear the ball forward. Tony Cheese does. But you see right there, that's the kind of position where I would have elected to really be a little bit more patient. Just try and maybe even double jump underneath the ball or try and push it to the sides.
Oh, kickoff goal, maybe. No, Tony Cheese gets there. But Spicy Boys staying alive. Almost a kickoff goal as Tony Cheese tries to follow this one up. But going back to that last goal there, a point that we talked about earlier was knowing when to go and make that risk, the risk versus reward. And Miho calculated that and said, hey, the risk versus reward here is less. Like, I'm going to get a bigger reward than a risk for going for this. I mean, both of his teammates were up for that ball, and he was able to slam it home over the goalkeeper. So it was a good, heads-up play from him to realize that he could probably score this one, better chance than not, and he ended up doing it, obviously. But, if he did get dunked there and that ball went back towards his net, both his teammates were up as Dapper puts that one away.
Dapper, please, that flick.
Just letting this one go. No one there to challenge him in time. Maybe a little bit of a dummy from Miho. Yeah.
It really looked like he was going to be able to get a piece of that, and then when he didn't, Dapper really doing a good job at saving his flip to the very last possible second and making it so unpredictable for the Spicy Boys team.
Selfless taking a 1-goal lead now. Miho popping this one up and over. The follow-up comes in, then drops it down for Hot Wheels Sid. What a play from Selfless.
And these guys just so good at putting that ball on target in just about any position. Look at the way he rotates his car, and he leans forward at the very last second just to get enough power to push the ball to the left where none of the defenders are positioned to save it. And I think that's why they struggled so much with that shot, is they were all just bundled up on one side of the goal.
Selfless now with a 2-goal lead. Starting to run away with this one. Dapper on the ball. This is dangerous for him. He's trying to fake him out. The dribble by Dapper. Can he do it? Oh! Tony Cheese makes the save. Kudos to Tony Cheese. That is so hard to save.
And did you see that fake jump from Dapper, carrying the ball and jumping and still catching it again, trying to fake out the goalie into thinking he was going to shoot?
What a save by Tony Cheese. And Super Chair did have an opportunity there. Miho getting in the way, but that is such a hard save to make. Dapper power sliding left and right between the ball there. Tony Cheese just said, no, I'm going to shut you down. But Hot Wheels Sid says, I'm going to win. So he puts a goal away.
Oh, man.
What? Dapper tried to steal that one, too. What, you didn't like that one?
That's a little face palm caster to caster. Oh, Dapper going for this. Is it on target? It is.
Tony Cheese gets that savior there. Is everyone on Selfless just turning this into an airport, flying everywhere. It's Miho trying to follow this one up. Hot Wheels Sid gets a touch. Tapping this towards the middle, looking for Dapper. Dapper didn't connect there. Super Chair's got to get his team out of there. He does. Now on the follow-up. Does get a touch there. The pinch from Grouch almost goes in. But now Dapper on the ball. Good flick on over to Miho. This is also dangerous. He's pretty good. Trying to bait out someone. But Super Chair reads that one nicely. This ball just floats in the midair. Hot Wheels Sid looking for a teammate. He does. What a touch from Dapper, but Super Chair also getting that savior. Good saves coming out from them. It's a 4-1 lead for Selfless. Coming down to 60 seconds left. Spicy Boys needs to make something happen quick. It's Hot Wheels Sid. That one's on target. Super Chair not able to get there in time.
What a shot. Do you realize how far back that shot was? Look at this. From half court. What a touch. Just underneath. It hit the crossbar as well. Sid, are you serious right now? Like, that's so difficult to do, and to do it so casually. This Selfless team does not seem phased whatsoever with going for any aerial. People forget that it's a little intimidating sometimes. You're in a tournament setting, right? There's money on the line. There's a lot of pressure.
And there's one for Spicy Boys. Super Chair putting one away. There's a minute left here. It's not impossible, but it's definitely tough against a team like this. Probably not probable.
Definitely.
Probably not probable.
Not probable. Thank you. Tongue twister. Jeez.
Tony Cheese says that they win in the chat, so Spicy Boys gonna take their own win here, but maybe not in our books. Super Chair maybe trying to put a breath of life here in his team in the last 40 seconds. As Selfless is up 3 goals here, 30 seconds left in this match. Selfless poised to take this one 2-0 fashion in this best of 3. This is our quarterfinals. So they are 2 wins away from that $300 prize as Miho tries to get that one off the backboard. Tony Cheese clears that one away. Here's Hot Wheels Sid dropping this one over to Dapper.
I think Dapper actually hit it out.
Maybe. I don't know. I couldn't tell from that angle, but looks like Selfless is going to take this game. Spicy Boys seem to be turning in circles here as Selfless trying to put one more away. It's Dapper off the crossbar. The save from Grouch actually goes off his own post, but a good game from both teams. Selfless, just the stronger team in both games.
Without a doubt. I mean, what a performance coming from Selfless. We saw Hot Wheels Sid go
15 shots. 7 shots for Hot Wheels Sid, 7 shots for Dapper, 1 shot from Miho. 15 shots in one game. That's crazy, Quinn.